small cell towers in Pella, we've increased our capacity and are able to provide those 5G data speeds that we all deserve. Right now, you can get unlimited home internet service from US Cellular for only $30 a month. That's high-speed, unlimited internet for your home or business for only $30 a month. Stop by Strawber Cellular for details.
It's time to say happy holidays, happy holidays, happy holidays. It's time to say happy holidays from Central Tire and Auto.
Central Tire and Auto would like to take a break from the everyday routine of tires, front-end work, their no-appointment oil change, and full mechanical work on your vehicle to say happy holidays. Thank you for your business, and they look forward to serving you in the new year. From Sean DeWard and his crew next to Walmart in Pella.
At Central Tire and Auto.
Merry Christmas and Happy New Year from all of us at Pella Cooperative Electric. Just a reminder, our office will be closed December 22nd, 25th, 29th, and January 1st to celebrate the holiday season. We will reopen on Tuesday, January 2nd. As always, our on-call staff is available to help you 24/7 in case of outages or emergencies. Looking out for you, our member owners, we are Pella Cooperative Electric.
Welcome back to the Cabinet Design of Pella Radio Postgame Show. At Cabinet Design of Pella, they expand and enhance your ideas beyond your expectations. Call Mike Blom, the cabinet guy at Cabinet Design of Pella. Pella Christian Girls Basketball knocks off Newton 51-48 in the front end of this doubleheader. What an exciting one for the Pella Christian Girls. May not have been the prettiest win, Mike, as we were talking about off the air, but wins are wins, and you'll take them any way you can get them if you're Coach Foudy and the Eagle Girls.
Absolutely. I mean, they're improved now to 3-6. Last year they started the season 1-12. They didn't get their third win until January 24th, so we're pre-Christmas. They've got a third win. They could have easily had another win or two already at this point, so it's not always pretty, but sometimes, this season I think certainly the kids are finding themselves on the winning side of it a little bit more than they did last year, and I think that's an opportunity to build on some confidence about what they're trying to do.
Absolutely right there, and I think we got to start by talking about Addie Van Arendonk. What a night she had tonight for the Pella Christian Girls basketball team. Coming in, she'd been a solid contributor, but really hadn't lit up the scoreboard by any stretch of the imagination. 18 points tonight for Addie Van Arendonk. Was just really solid all night long for the Pella Christian Girls.
Well, I think what Coach Foudy's impressed most about her is just her court awareness and just her ability to use her athleticism to help in so many different ways. And I think that helps with the confidence. And then just around the rim, she's just so quick at going back up and getting those shots back off. So she's just a good complementary player to the team in so many different ways. So it's nice to see her get rewarded with a really good night.
Yeah, it was very nice indeed. As we take a look at tonight's final stats presented by the Verduft Agency here, and for Pella Christian, we look at their numbers, and I almost made a mistake on one of them. They were led by who we just mentioned, Addie Van Arendonk, 18 points for the Pella Christian Girls. Rachel Kakmarinsky had 11, 8 for Jessa DeVries, 5 for Karis Fickert, 4 for Faith Kakmarinsky, 5 for Maggie Heinen. That is the scoring breakdown for Pella Christian. For Newton here, they had 10 from Haley Dickerson, 5 from Peyton Kirkhoff. They got 9 out of Tori White. They got 6 out of Alex Riney. Evie Main held off the scoreboard. 8 points for Bella Winther, 2 points for Brooke Garvis, and 7 points for Alex Garvis. That is the scoring breakdown and tonight's final stats presented by the Verduft Agency. Let Chad, Lance, or Larry examine your stats and customize an insurance plan for you. The Verduft Agency providing complete courteous service to the Pella area for nearly 100 years. Hormel Foods Radio Key play and player of the game. Tonight, Mike, we've alluded to it many times, our player of the game, Addie Van Arendonk, consistent presence all night long, 8 points in the first half, led all scorers for Pella Christian. Then 10 points in the second half and led Pella Christian scoring there. I think very easily, Addie Van Arendonk getting the nod for Hormel Foods Radio Key Player of the Game.
Well, with the number of turnovers and fouls this game, there's plenty of girls showing some frustration at different points. But if you think about the entire game and just watching Addie play, she played within herself. She didn't force her game. She just made things happen both defensively and offensively, and I think that allowed her also to just get some consistency in scoring, and just kept it rolling the whole four quarters.
Yeah, that is our Hormel Foods Radio Key Player of the Game, our key play, Mike. I think I'm going to say tonight it was just the Eagles' ability defensively in that first half. I think it's the first half defense was really the catalyst. They forced 17 turnovers, gave them a little bit of confidence to really grow that lead in the third quarter. At the end of the third quarter, start of the fourth quarter, I thought that was really key tonight. It was just the way that the Eagles played defense, and that's going to be my Hormel Foods Radio Key Play to the game.
Well, and I'd add to that, I think, late in the game when Newton made their run and got back within 2, Rachel Kakmarinsky didn't necessarily hit her free throws, but on that 2-point that she had that rebound where she got an and one and went to the free throw line, Newton steps over the line, and then she gets a second chance and hits that 3-point play to go back up 5.
Yeah,
a pretty important little sequence there late in the game when sometimes we've maybe let games get away from us.
Yep, that's our Hormel Foods Radio Key Play and Player of the Game. Looking for a key to your new career, visit HormelJobsKnoxville.com. In closing, presented by Light and State Bank, the Pella Christian girls basketball team picks up win number 3 on the season as they defeat Newton 51-48. We're looking to complete the sweep here when we come back. You've been listening, or that was In Closing, presented by Light and State Bank. Grow strong with us. Back with You've been listening to the Cabinet Design of Pella Radio postgame show at Cabinet Design of Pella. They expand and enhance your ideas beyond your expectations. Call Mike Baum, the cabinet guy at Cabinet Design of Pella. You're listening to Pella Christian Basketball, powered by Bank Iowa on 92.1 FM KRLS, Knoxville Pella, and KRLS HD1 Knoxville Pella. Now that I'm not ahead of myself, we will take a break. Again, Pella Christian girls basketball defeats Newton 51-48. When we come back, it's the Scooters Coffee Radio pregame show for the Pella Christian boys basketball game against Newton.
As we're settling in for another Iowa winter, think about what the cold weather does to your garage door. Low temperatures can cause lubrication problems, metal to contract, and springs to become brittle. And consistent wet weather can cause your door to swell. Those things can lead to big problems, like your door getting stuck or not working at all. And that's the last thing you want to deal with in the freezing cold. Make sure those things don't happen by calling DeYoung Door Service for an inspection of your garage door today.
Hi, this is Kirk DeYoung. We're the gurus of garage doors, DeYoung Door Service in Pella.
It's the most wonderful time of the year, and Raceway Tire and Exhaust couldn't be happier that it's finally here. From lights and music to good times spent together, nothing beats Christmas for Knoxville's one-stop auto service headquarters. So gather around the tree and enjoy the season while it lasts. From our Raceway family to yours, have a Merry Christmas and a safe and happy New Year.
Raceway Tire and Exhaust.
We got what you need
to get you on the go.
Grow strong with us. Light and State Bank. Light and State Bank.
Light and State Bank has been helping customers grow financially strong since 1911. Our experts in deposit solutions, residential lending, and business banking would love to help you on your next step of your financial journey. Stop into one of our locations or visit us at lightenbank.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Win winter with the Toro Power Clear Single Stage Snowblower that is loaded with power in a compact size. They are easily maneuverable and clear snow down to the pavement. Get your power clear at DeRuyter Lawn Equipment in Pella. Toro, America's #1 snowblower brand.
Weather any storm with the Toro Flex Force electric snowblower that has the most powerful 60-volt battery in its class. Plus, you get the same rugged construction as Toro's gas-powered models. Get your Flex Force snowblower at DeRuyter Lawn Equipment. Toro, America's #1 snowblower brand.
The Ulrich Ford Lincoln end-of-year sales event is going on right now at Ulrich Ford Lincoln in Pella. As 2023 comes to a close, is it time for a new vehicle? We're offering $500 in ORIC trade assistance to anyone who trades for a new or used vehicle before December 31st. We've been working hard to keep our lot stocked. Come check out the inventory we have available and let's find the right one for you to trade into with $500 in ORIC trade assistance. Happy holidays from all of us at ORIC Ford Lincoln and Pella, taking care of you since 1935.
Right now, new and current customers can get any phone for free at U.S. Cellular, so you can connect with all your family members this holiday season. You can even call your aunt who always makes you talk to your cousin, who's a dog. Or, maybe just send her a festive text. Get the gift of connection at U.S. Cellular. Get any phone free today. U.S. Cellular, built for us. Terms apply. Visit uscellular.com for details.
We value human connection with fewer distractions. U.S. Cellular, built for us. Visit Strawber Cellular, your locally owned authorized agent for U.S. Cellular in downtown Pella.
Welcome back to the Scooters Coffee Radio pregame show on 92.1 KRLS. Pella Christian boys basketball set to take on Newton here following the Pella Christian girls defeating Newton 51-48 in a very long contest here that's got this game starting after 8 o'clock, but we march on as the Eagle boys looking to win, and if you're following along with us, the Eagles got a big bounce-back win last Saturday against Wilton. That one by 38 points. That one on the heels of 2 losses to Norwalk and Des Moines Christian. Eagles felt really, I know talking to Dane Geeting Saturday, it felt really good for this Eagles team to get back on track here. But, one of the big storylines here early on, for the Eagles was just figuring out the pieces of who was going to be back from that team that went to state a year ago. Well, one thing that we saw last weekend is the Eagles getting a little bit healthier. Caden Croyd, who'd missed a couple of contests, he comes back and plays sparingly in that Wilton game, but looks pretty good. And Cooper Sprunk, who got injured during the football season with a collarbone injury, he comes back in a big way and scores 11 points in the second half of that game. This Eagles boys team feeling really good about where they currently sit at the moment.
Yeah, this is a super fun team to watch for anybody that's at home watching it on YouTube or coming here and watching it live. There's just so many really good pieces. Tyson DeVries just sets the tone running the point position, and he's just hitting shots at such a high rate. 54% on twos, 62% from threes, 90% from the free throw line, and then 20 assists to 13 turnovers. So just takes care of the ball. You got Dane Geetings and Aaron Donk that do a nice job of handling the ball. Isaiah Bream's just such a high percentage shooter. When he shoots, he usually hits. And then you mentioned some of the other pieces with Croyd and Sprunk and Deacon Branderhorst coming off the bench, hitting good from a three-point line.
Yeah,
they just got and Franzman. I mean, there's just so many really good pieces on this team. And I didn't even mention Josiah Voss, who plays big for him inside and just really brings some good rhythm. So it's just so many fun pieces. This is a team that as they get into stride, they're going to be really good this season.
Yeah, this is a very fun team that plays fast. They're big, but they are very fast, and they're only getting faster, as we mentioned. As you're seeing here on the Pella Christian YouTube channel, they got Cooper highlighted there. He comes back, gives the Eagles another guard option to this team that, it's been kind of a mixed bag. Last year was more of a guard-heavy team. 2 years ago it was more of post-centric. This is pretty balanced squad right now between bigs and guards. With getting Cooper back, it adds to that backcourt a little bit more, and this is just a fun team. They can get up and down the floor, and they pass the ball well. They defend pretty well, so we'll see what they do tonight. As we look at our Hormel Foods radio keys to the game, I would say if you're the Eagles, the key to this game is doing what you do best. Don't let Newton dictate the pace, because part of the problem for this Eagles team, during that DMC loss target to Dane was they played a lot for me and didn't, I had noticed tonight they got the warm-up shirts on that say give over get. I think that's the key. Be willing to give, knowing when to take the proper shots to be able to walk away with a win here tonight.
Yep. Yeah, this is win the games you should, and this is a game that Newton's certainly a good team, and it's not going to be an easy win by any stretch of the imagination, but this certainly looks like a game that PC needs to win, continue to build on success going into the Christmas break.
That they do, and our game time temperature presented by Van Haften Plumbing and Heating is 49 degrees outside. Well, it's only 49 degrees outside. It's nice and comfortable here inside the Pella Christian High School gym. If your home isn't staying comfortable during this cold Iowa winter, call on the heating and cooling experts at Van Haften Plumbing and Heating in Pella. You'll rest easy when you pick up the phone and hear.
Van Haften.
Also want to mention that our Hormel Foods radio keys to the game were brought to you again by Hormel Foods. If you're looking for a key to your new career, visit HormelJobsKnoxville.com. We're awaiting tonight's opening tip. We're also going to have the national anthem being played here. It looks like Dan Branderhorst has the microphone, though, and I think we're going to honor a very special group of athletes here. I think that's the case. We'll see.
Basketball matchup between the Newton Cardinals
So we got the
Pella Christian Eagles.
Dan Branderhorst on the microphone here.
Our officials for tonight's game are Dwayne Duncan, Larry Jacobus, and Rodney Russell.
You're listening to the Scooters Coffee Radio pregame show. Scooters Coffee in Pella. Amazing people, amazing drinks, amazingly fast. Moment to appreciate our officials for tonight's game.
At this time, we'd like to give a special
They are going to recognize
of our summer athletic teams. This past year, our baseball team did something special that hasn't happened in quite some time. They qualified for the state tournament, first time for Pella Christian in 29 years.
29 years, the Pella Christian baseball team is recognized here this evening, and a special treat because we had it pulled up tonight. For those of you at home, we take you back to this summer. Colmore, ground ball, Caleb Van Arendonk fields it, throws it to first, and the Eagles are going to the state tournament for the first time in 29 years. We're going to raise the roof as Pella Christian has stunned the four-time defending state champion Van Meter Bulldogs. What a fun night that was here as they honor that team right now. Corbin Westerkamp, Lincoln Vandermolen, Simon Belzer, Colin Vanderwall back in the house. Spencer Verplug, Caleb Van Arendonk, Luke Feinart, Caden Croyd, Trevor Veenstra, Elliot Meninga, Grant Kelderman, Johnson Morgan, Connor Van Zee out there on the court as well. And I'm going to be honest, I lose track of the kids from that point. Brecken Ritzer also out there. Coach Feinart, Coach Meninga, Coach DeHaan, Coach Westerkamp. The whole crew out here being honored. Fun times as we reminisce on this summer. Very fun.
It's a big commitment over the summer for those kids to play baseball, so it's nice to see them have some recognition.
Reese Gibson, senior here at Pella Christian, will be singing our national anthem. We're going to hope that our crowd mic picks that up as we honor America now.
By the dawn's early light, what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleam, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Well done there by senior Reese Gibson playing the national anthem for us. Hopefully that came through pretty well.
That was beautiful.
Yeah, just a fantastic performance there. Really hope that came through nice and clear on 92.1 KRLS. And now it's time for our starting lineups presented by no one, unfortunately, at the moment. But we start with Newton. It'll be Caleb Mattis, a senior wearing number 2. A senior number 3, Nate Lampy. A sophomore number 10, Caden Klein. A senior number 22, Hunter Teague. And a senior number 24, Christian Lawson. And for Pella Christian tonight, your starting lineups for the Eagles here in this contest. A senior guard, number 3, Tyson DeVries. A senior forward, number 4, Isaiah Breams. A senior guard, number 23, Dane Geetings. Senior guard, number 13, Caleb Van Arendonk. And senior forward, number 31, Josiah Voss. Those are tonight's starting lineups for tonight's contest as we approach tonight's opening tip presented by Dutch Mill Supply. So the Eagles and Cardinals wrapping up the starting lineups here. Mike, any final thoughts you want to share before we jump into tonight's action between the Pella Christian boys and the Newton boys?
It's just a fun atmosphere. The culture around this Pella Christian boys basketball program has been impressive for a long time. And under Coach Bohr, it's continued its success, and all these other coaches that put so much into it. So these kids have put a lot of time into this, so it's going to be a fun basketball game.
It is. You've been listening to the Scooters Coffee Radio pregame show. Scooters Coffee and Pella, amazing people, amazing drinks, amazingly fast. Opening tip presented by Dutch Mill Supply, your only locally owned lumberyard and building material supplier in Pella. Josiah Voss and Christian Lawson set to square this one off. Josiah Voss wins the opening tip presented by Dutch Mill Supply. Tyson DeVries kicks to Caleb Van Arendonk on the right wing. And it's Isaiah Breams up top of the basketball. Kicks to Dane Geetings on the left wing. Geetings to Tyson DeVries on the left wing. He'll dribble it back up top. Motion Josiah Voss through. DeVries, he wants a three-pointer. Off the mark, rebounded by number 22, Hunter Teague. And Newton the other way. Mattis hands off to Lampy. Lampy up top, kicks back to Mattis.
PC comes out in man-to-man defense.
Tyson DeVries is whistled for a reach there on the first foul.
So the foul calling continues into the boys' game.
Inbound goes to the far corner. It's Lampy for 3, no good. Rebounded by Caleb Van Arendonk, and Tyson DeVries running the other way. Ball swings over to Van Arendonk. He drives baseline, and a block is going to be called on Nate Lampy, who just missed the 3 on the other end. His first, team's first. Still no score in our contest with 7:10 to go between Pella Christian and Newton boys basketball. In some Strawberry Cellular Instant Radio update, Norwalk boys basketball trails Dallas Center Grimes 20-18, and PCM boys basketball leads Sheraton 22-16 after a quarter, and Isaiah Breams takes it strong to the basket off the feed from Tyson DeVries, lays it in for the first 2 points of the game. Pella Christian up 2-0, 6:53 to go in the first quarter over Newton.
We get Breams low on the block like that. He's so strong with his finishing. He's one of the best in the conference on field goal shooting percentage.
Caleb Mattis kicks up top to number 10, Caden Klein. Looking to get by DeVries, not able to do so. Hunter Teague now with the basketball. He'll kick, and a three-pointer on the way from Lawson, no good. Rebounded by Isaiah Breams, and Dane Geetings now running the break for Pella Christian. Kicks to Josiah Voss. Eagles swing the ball down low. Isaiah Breams defended by Lampy. Shot blocked out of bounds. Good help defense there by Newton. Strawberry Cellular Instant Radio update. PCM 46, Sheraton 31 at halftime. Is Pella Christian able to run the ball down in the backcourt there off the pass. Off the inbounds pass, I should say. Tyson DeVries, nice stutter step, and nice reverse land on the left side. Tyson DeVries with his first 2 points gives Pella Christian a 4-0 lead, 6 minutes to go in the first quarter.
Nice take there by DeVries to the basket. Newton's got to play good help defense there, but DeVries equally good at dumping those passes when he gets in that deep.
And pass from Lampy goes to Teague. Teague nowhere to go with the basketball. Eagles suffocating defensively, and Caleb Van Arendonk steps in front of that pass, takes it away to Tyson DeVries. Fancy roll. Tyson DeVries lays it in. 6-0 start for Pella Christian over Newton. Just under 5.5 to go in the first quarter.
Their transition offense is so good. They're so quick to attack. They got really good ball handlers.
They're going to try and post up Tyson DeVries now. Instead, they kick it out to Mattis. Mattis got a step on Breams. His runner, no good.
PC continuing to get some rebounds. They're almost 70 rebounds, heavier than Newton on the season, just 9 games in.
Isaiah Breams called for a moving screen there. First foul on the Eagles, or on Isaiah Breams, second on the Eagles, as Caden Croyd checks in for Breams after picking up the foul. The Eagles are going to press now a little bit here.
Croyd is one tall drink of water. Got some good length in there.
Yeah, it looks like a 2-2-1 zone press here for the Eagles, as it's Christian Lawson getting into the paint. His shot no good, rebounded by Van Arendonk. Eagles still leading Newton 6-0 with 4:40 to go in the first quarter. Josiah Voss cross court to Caleb Van Arendonk. Nice slip pass from Van Arendonk to Voss. Shot no good, rebounded by Newton. And the other way, they're going to call a shooting foul there against the Eagles.
Ouch.
This is going to be a big one. Deacon
Branderhorst
in the corner for three. He makes it, and Kason Reed shoves Isaiah Breams on the Eagles here, as Deacon Branderhorst is going to check into the game for DeVries.
Tyson likes to create, but one of those fouls early, he's got to be a little more limited in what he does. Unfortunately, he's not going to enjoy the bench time, but
yeah, so Deacon Branderhorst into the game here as Newton gets their first point of the contest, as Caden Klein goes 2 of 2 at the free throw line. Pella Christian leads Newton 6-2 with 4:26 to go in the first quarter.
Newton immediately goes to a 2-2-1 press with Tyson out.
Josiah Voss has the ball in the corner, kicks back up top to Caleb Van Arendonk. Van Arendonk off of the screen from Voss, kicks to the left wing for Giedings. Hold is called on number 22, Hunter Teague. Already the 5th foul called in the game.
Now the depth, if we're going to play into the depth with fouls like we did the girls' game, I think there's an advantage PC.
And Caden Croyd off the inbound lays it in for 2.
Croyd's just gotten much smoother with his shot from just a year ago.
Basketball in the hands of Lampy. Now into the hands of Mattis. Mattis is driving up over the top of Croyd. Nothing there, though, as Josiah Voss grabs the board.
Croyd just a nice job of misdirecting his shot.
And Van Arendonk travels. Benny Schurz checks into the game for Josiah Voss. Sorry, who missed that last shot? I forgot, for Newton.
I do not know that. Benny Schurz is another great athlete coming into the game. Plays some great minutes for this PC team.
Eagles more to 2-3 look now. Kind of a 2-3 matchup zone. As out top with it, it's Caleb Mattis. He'll hand off to Teague. Now
really
over
good length by having Branderhorst and Giedings up on the top, and then Croyd sits in the middle on the back.
Yeah, nice defense here by the Eagles as under 10 to go, and it's a nice finger roll on the reverse by Caden Klein. Eagles turned it over. Mattis got Lampy got the steal. Van Arendonk committing the foul, his first, team's 4th, and off of the second Eagles turnover.
Just a little flat-footed on that inbound pass, and unfortunately gave it right back, caused us to foul besides. So
Lampy knocks down free throw number 1. Cooper Sprunk into the game for Van Arendonk now. First Cardinal to score outside of Klein. He goes 2 of 2 at the free throw line. Now 4 of 4 is Newton. Pella Christian's lead is 8-6 with 3 minutes to go in the first quarter. Cooper Sprunk to Dane Geetings. Geetings up ahead to Croyd. He'll slow it down and give it to Cooper Sprunk. Geetings tried to swing the ball quickly to the corner for Branderhorst, tipped out of bounds. Stryver say their instant radio update. Norwalk and Dallas Center Grimes tied at 31 all at halftime.
So 2 key ball handlers with Van Arendonk and DeVries off. Very capable of handling the ball without them out there, but just changes the dynamics a bit with how we run our offense.
Dane Geetings looking to get the corner, drives, and is fouled. Foul goes on number 24, Christian Lawson, his first. Newton's third as a team. We're already 7 fouls in here with 2:38 to go in the first quarter, and Pella Christian leading Newton 8-6.
Newton's coach wanting a jump ball called there instead of a foul.
Nice grab by Dane Geetings, who fires from long range and knocks it down. 11-6. Pella Christian leads Newton now. 2.5 to go in quarter number 1.
Dane very capable of scoring in bunches. Just a really good three-point shooter.
Good hand by Deacon Branderhorst there. Poked the ball away, but he couldn't quite control the basketball before it goes out of bounds. As Landon Franzman and Isaiah Breams come into the game for Caden Croyd and Benny Schurz here.
10 deep on the bench already. First quarter, 5.5 minutes in. Just shows the confidence Coach Bohr has in this depth of this team.
Caden Klein with the basketball. Newton swings it. They're looking for Nate Lampy in the post. Dane Geetings turns him over. And then Nate Lampy commits the foul. His second, Newton's fourth as a team. Deacon Branderhorst in the corner for Caleb Van Arendonk. Checks back into the game for Deacon Branderhorst.
Newton's coach not appreciating these foul calls. Feeling like he's getting picked on here, I think, a little bit.
Well, I think the girls' team's going to test. They felt the same way. Dane Geetings with the basketball at the elbow. Kicks back out to Caleb Van Arendonk. Van Arendonk to Landon Franzman. Down low for Isaiah Breams. Strong catch there by Breams. And now he's fouled by Christian Lawson, who just picked up his second.
I don't think Newton's got the depth. They're playing with 6 guys so far, and they're going to be forced to go deep on the bench, unlike Pella Christian, as Coach Bohr is just spreading those fouls out if they do come our way.
Isaiah Breams knocks down the first free throw. They're going to leave him in the game. Cade Bauer came into the game for Nate Lampy, who picked up his second foul moments ago. Breams off the mark on the second free throw, rebounded by Mattis. 12-6, Pella Christian leads Newton now with 1:44 to go in the first quarter. Caden Klein with the basketball, dribbling it out top. He'll hand off to Lawson. Now to Mattis. Mattis looking to get the corner. No. Rebound is loose. Rebounded by Klein. He runs into some Eagles defenders, and it's a turnover for the Cardinals. And ahead, Dane Geetings gets taken out by number 22, Hunter Teague, his second foul. Geetings a little slow getting up, but he made the basket there. But man, a dangerous play there as Geetings gets undercut on the layup attempt. 14-6, Pella Christian leads now after the made bucket. Nate Lampy set to check back into the game for Christian Lawson.
Newton's coach is biting his tongue, trying to decide what to do, talking to his assistant coaches in terms of who to put in, but he's holding up. Now he's got 3 guys with 2 fouls out of their starting 5, just 6.5 minutes into this first quarter.
Braylon Parks into the game for Newton here as Dane Geetings makes the free throw to make it 15-6. Pella Christian on top of Newton with 1:15 to go in the first quarter. It's Bauer with the basketball, now kicking to Caden Klein for Newton, out of Parks. Again, just came into the game. Mattis gets an open look for 3 for Newton, and he knocks it down. First three-pointer for Newton.
Big shot for Newton to get this back to 6 points.
15-9. Under a minute to play as Isaiah Breams with the basketball. Looking for Landon Franzman down low. Parks blocks the first shot, but then fouls him on the second. Another Newton foul. That's the first on Parks. So Franzman going to go to the line. Here's Josiah Voss at the scorer's table. Casey Mister presented by the veterinarians at Tri-County Veterinary Clinic. Tyson DeVries picked up 2 early fouls, but Pella Christian not really missing much of a B here as they lead 15-9 with 46.9 seconds to go. That's in Casey Mister presented by the veterinarians at Tri-County Veterinary Clinic in Pella.
They're the veterinarians.
Franzman goes 1 of 2 at the free throw line as Josiah Voss came into the game here for Cooper Sprunk. And Parks kicks out. Mattis gets another open look for 3, and he knocks that one down. Caleb Mattis keeping Newton around.
This three-point arch keeps teams in the game when you're hitting.
16-9, Pella Christian on top of Newton with 25 seconds to go in the first quarter. Dane Geetings and Caleb Van Aradunk spreading out the floor and letting the clock run here. Van Aradunk will now dribble it up top. 10 seconds to play.
PC's got for a set play here.
Dane Geetings open look from 3. Too strong, rebounded by Parks. Mattis, he's going to try a full court heave. Way offline and hits one of the cheerleaders there. But Pella Christian takes a 16-12 lead into quarter number 2. As we take a look at our Marion County Bank radio scoreboard here in the intermission. Norwalk and Dallas Center Grimes tied 31-31 at halftime of the boys game. PCM leads Sheraton in boys basketball 46-31. Norwalk girls basketball fell to Dallas Center Grimes 55-20, and Pella Christian girls basketball downs Newton 51-48. That is our Marion County Bank radio scoreboard. Also on that, Pleasantville girls basketball lost to Panorama 80-29. Pella boys wrestling defeated Centerville 57-19, but fell to Norwalk boys wrestling 67-11, and that is our Marion County Bank radio scoreboard. Marion County's financial leader is Marion County Bank, with offices in Pella, Knoxville, and Melcher, Dallas. They're serving you and building community across the county. Tonight's video presentation on the Pella Christian YouTube channel is being presented by KNIA, KRLS Radio. And we are here inside the Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth on 92.1 KRLS. Pella Christian leading Newton 16-12 after the opening quarter of play. And Newton starts with the basketball as Caleb Mattis brings it across the timeline, kicks to Cade Bauer. Now to Braylon Parks. Now to Nate Lampy. Lampy up top, kicks to Caden Klein. Klein defended by Van Arendonk. Tyson DeVries back into the game for the Eagles as Mattis drives before the shot. Breams with the bump there, picks up his second foul.
Coach Boer's got 2 guys in with 2 fouls. I think he's got the depth to protect these guys. I know he wanted to keep DeVries in the game, but it's important that we let Newton get in their foul trouble and not us.
Yeah, Caden Klein is the inbounder. He gets it into Mattis. Cross court to Lampy. Back to Mattis. Mattis for another 3-pointer. Caleb Mattis is on fire from long range as he's cut the Eagles lead to 1, 16-15. Pella Christian over Newton with 7:23 to go in the second quarter.
Into the game, hadn't completed even taken a shot from 3-point land the whole season.
Caleb Van Arendonk to Isaiah Breams in the short corner. He's looking for Josiah Voss. Miscommunication, third Eagles turnover. Gives Newton a chance to take the lead here with this possession. And the inbound to Caden Klein here.
I take that back on Mattis. He was 3 for 10. His brother hadn't taken a 3.
Well, you know, you tried, right?
Yeah. I looked for the last name. I didn't realize there was 2 of them on it.
Caden Klein with the basketball on the right wing for the Cardinals. Now to Mattis, who drives, kicks out to Cade Bauer. Off of the screen, Bauer mid-range jumper, and he knocks it down for his first 2 points as Newton now takes a 17-16 lead over Pella Christian. Dane Giedings to Tyson DeVries. DeVries now to Breams to Van Arendonk. Van Arendonk off of a screen gets the corner, and runner banks it home. Van Arendonk thought he got bumped, but puts Pella Christian back on top with the runner. 18-17, 6:17 to go in the second quarter.
Van Arendonk showing why he was quarterback on the team, just very athletic.
Mattis finally misses from long range as the Eagles are running on the break. DeVries' pass is tipped. Braylon Parks on the other end. Josiah Voss got a fingertip on it, but Cade Bauer was there to follow on the miss, and Pella Christian the other way. So it was the right idea by DeVries there that led to that, but just better defense by Newton. As Dane Giedings drives the baseline, lays it in for 2 more, 20-19. Pella Christian back on the top of Newton, 5:37 to go in the second quarter. As Caleb Mattis with the basketball, he'll hand off to Caden Klein, defended by Van Arendonk. Back out to Cade Bauer. Bauer drives into the mid-range, open look from the free throw area, and he knocks it down again. He's up to 6 now for Newton in the quarter.
Newton quickly hitting at a high rate of shots.
Yeah, they figured it out here. And a hold is going to go on number 2, Caleb Mattis. He only has 1 now, his first of the quarter. Benny Schurz and Deacon Branderhorst check in for Dane Giedings and Isaiah Breams.
As hesitant as Newton's coach was on putting some of his bench players in, he's getting great minutes out of them.
Tyson DeVries down low for Josiah Voss, who had the ball poked away. Caleb Van Arendonk will be the inbounder here. Looks like the Eagles setting up to potentially run the same play. They are, as the inbound goes to Tyson DeVries on the right wing. Another hold is called. I think this one's going on Mattis as well. Now he's up to 2. That's the 4th Cardinal with 2 fouls here.
4th starter with 2 fouls.
Yeah, Newton going to be relegated to the bench here before too long if they keep up at the rate that they are going. Van Arendonk tried to thread the needle to Benny Schurz, instead turns it over. Probably not the best idea there from Van Arendonk. As Mattis now with the basketball, he's going to drive, and Benny Schurz is going to get called with the hand check before the shot.
So Newton's got five starters, of course. 4 of them are seniors, all 4 seniors with 2 fouls. And then number 10, Caden Klein's the only sophomore that starts, doesn't have a single foul.
And Mattis, layup, no. Second attempt, no. Rebounded by Caden Croyd.
Croyd just reaches over top of everybody and grabs that.
Deacon Branderhorst in the corner, kicks to Caleb Van Arendonk on the other end for Pella Christian. Van Arendonk drives, kicks out. Tyson DeVries, corner 3 in front of the Newton bench, or in front of the Newton student section. Bounces off the I don't know what you call that, the stanchion or whatever that's holding the backboard up.
Strap.
Yeah, that's what it is.
I think it's just a strap.
That's the word I was looking for. I couldn't think of it. Caden Klein out top for Newton with the basketball. Kicks to Caleb Mattis. Mattis with it. 10 on the shot clock. Klein with it now. He'll drive. Mid-range jumper, too strong. Caden Croyd couldn't secure the rebound, but he tipped it to Deacon Branderhorst and the Eagles the other way. Benny Schurz down low. Shot no good. Croyd for the follow, though, and he'll finish off the possession with a lay-in. Caden Croyd up to 4 points as Pella Christian back on top of Newton, 22-21, 3:45 to go in the second quarter.
Bigger than those 4 points. Croyd's just had 3 times up and down the court where he's made key plays getting rebounds.
But there he got caught out of position a little bit, and Caleb Mattis lays it in for 2 more as Newton reclaims a 23-22 lead here with 3:25 to go in the second quarter. Caden Croyd up top with it. Cross court, Deacon Branderhorst wants a 3 from the corner.
Oh boy.
Deacon Branderhorst with 3. Pella Christian 25, Newton 23, 3:11 to go in the second quarter.
Deacon started the season with a slow start from 3, but has been coming on strong.
Caleb Mattis got an open look for 3, no good. Rebounded by Nate Lampy, though. And Braylon Parks' pass tipped out of bounds. Cooper Sprunk and Dane Geetings into the game for Deacon Branderhorst and Caleb Van Arendonk. As the inbound there is tipped by Dane Geetings and Tyson DeVries. As now the Eagles are off and running. Tyson DeVries coast to coast to the basket, and he is fouled.
Oh, could tell he was looking like he was going to dump it. The defense reacted, and then he took it to the rim like you'd hoped and just kissed it out, just rimmed out.
First foul on Caden Klein, so now every starter for Newton has a foul here in the first half.
It's only appropriate.
Well, he's got to get one more here as Tyson DeVries knocks down the first free throw he takes on the night. Get our Marion County Bank radio scoreboard here tonight. The basketball games we have, the girls' games are all done. Pella Christian girls basketball defeated Newton 51-48. Dallas Center Grimes beat Norwalk 55-20. Norwalk and DCG tied at 31s in the boys' game. Our score is 27-23 in the second quarter. Pella Christian on top of Newton. And a shot by Mattis, no good there. Tyson DeVries knocked down the second free throw. Pella Christian leads 27-23. DeVries with a pretty finger roll on the drive to the basket, presented by Gilchrist Jewel Hardware and Design Center. The nifty crossover from DeVries leads to the finish on the finger roll. Tonight's drive to the basket presented by Gilchrist Jewel Hardware and Design Center. All your hardware, plumbing, and interior design solutions just a short drive away at Gilchrist Jewel Hardware and Design Center in Pella. As Tyson DeVries puts Pella Christian up 29-23, 2:28 to go in the second quarter. We continue our Marion County Bank radio scoreboard again. Our score 29-23. Norwalk, Dallas Center Grimes boys basketball 31-31. PCM leads Sheraton 46-31. Both Norwalk and PCM at halftime. That's our Marion County Bank radio scoreboard. Marion County's financial leader is Marion County Bank, with offices in Pella, Knoxville, and Mildred Dallas. Are serving you and building community across the Red Rock area.
Sure feels like when Tyson's in there, he's the kind of player that helps your team sustain runs. You can rotate him out, but when he gets in foul trouble, and he just brings another dimension to this team.
Newton trying to work against the pressure of the Eagles. Caden Klein drives now. Kicks. Caleb Mattis gets another look from 3. That one no good. Benny Schurz tips the rebound out to himself. Caleb Mattis taking a lot of shots here in the second quarter. Benny Schurz with the basketball. He's looking to drive baseline. Able to dump it down low to Croyd. Could not make the first shot, but got his own miss. And lays that one in for 2 more. 31-23. Pella Christian takes the lead with 1:50 out of the Pella Motors timeout. Where at Pella Motors, you'll drive away happy. That's the Pella Motors guarantee.
Croyd just tough to defend. He's just got so much length, and athletically he keeps moving and working.
Tyler Crabb and Mike Bukai here with you inside the Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth. As Caden Klein with the basketball for Newton out at the center circle. 10 on the shot clock now, 1.5 minutes to play in the second quarter. Again, Pella Christian leading Newton 31-23. Caden Klein, 2 on the shot clock. He doesn't know that the time is up, and Newton runs out of time. And it's a shot clock violation. 5th turnover for Newton here in the half, as basically a line change for the Eagles. As Dane Geetings will be the lone Eagle to stay on the floor.
J.D. Bohr keeps rotating like that. He just keeps good energy, and as these quarters go on.
Yep, now for the Eagles, it's Dane Geetings, Caleb Van Arendonk, Deacon Branderhorst, Josiah Voss, and Landon Fransman. Dane Geetings off of the screen from Josiah Voss is left alone. 3-pointer in and out, rebounded by Nate Lampy. Lampy off and running, kicks to Braylon Parks. Now Caden Klein to Cade Bauer. Back over to Caden Klein. The Eagles are trying to find their defense. Josiah Voss blocked Braylon Parks' shot, but committed the foul from behind.
That's interesting, Newton's rotation. So 22 and 24, Teague and Lawson have been out for a long stretch here. So he's relying on his 2 guards, Lampy and Mattis, to continue to play with 2 fouls. But he's not rotating to keep his guys quite as fresh as what Pella Christian's doing.
Parks off the mark on the first free throw. Pella Christian still leads Newton 31-23, 50.6 seconds to go. Casey Mister presented by the veterinarians at Tri-County Veterinary Clinic. Pella Christian got off to a great start, led by as many as 7 early on in the contest. Newton came back, and for a little while there, we traveled back and went back and forth scoring. And Pella Christian off of the nice feed there from Deacon Branderhorst to Caleb Van Arendonk goes up by 10 now, 33-23 with 30 seconds to go in the second quarter. That's in Casey Mister presented by the veterinarians at Tri-County Veterinary Clinic in Pella.
They're the veterinarians.
Caleb Mattis with the basketball to Caden Klein. Back to Mattis. Mattis to Klein. Eagles with strong defense here. Kind of have Newton a little flustered. Caden Klein looking for an outlet. Able to get it to Mattis. Mattis drives, looking for Kate Bauer, and he throws it away. Great defense by the Eagles.
Havoc. Creating havoc.
Strawberry Cellular Instant Radio Update. Simpson men's basketball falls to St. Vincent 79-78. Simpson women's basketball falls to Gustavus Adolphus 64-62. Norwalk boys wrestling defeats Centerville 66-12. PCM leads Sheraton 61-44 after 3 quarters. Eagles making some substitutions as Tyson DeVries back into the game, 4.7 seconds to go. DeVries drives, kicks to Josiah Voss, 3-pointer at the buzzer! And Josiah Voss banks it home! Randall Roofing raised the roof moment of the game as Josiah Voss puts Pella Christian up 36-23 at halftime with the buzzer beating 3. Back inside the Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth with the Central Tire and Auto Radio halftime show after this on 92.1 KRLS. RLS.
The Breast Care Program at Pella Regional Health Center has a team of medical professionals focused on prevention, diagnosis, treatment, and recovery for breast health issues. Our Breast Care Nurse Navigator connects patients to the tests, treatments, and resources they need throughout their care journey. Advanced imaging technology, coordinated cancer and breast reconstruction surgery, and personalized medical oncology treatment can all be done right here at Pella Regional Health Center. For more information, visit pellahealth.org.
At Marion County Bank, we go beyond banking.
This holiday season, we're filled with a sense of excitement.
That's right, Dylan. As one year turns to the next, we look forward to new beginnings, to exploring new possibilities, to even more dreams realized.
At Marion County Bank, banking is just the beginning of the story.
And we'll be right there with you every step of the way.
Marion County Bank, serving you, building community. Member FDIC.
Does your child struggle with focusing, outbursts, or making friends? What about anxiety, trying new foods, or delayed coordination and motor skills? At Kinetic Edge, we know your child can be successful in all these areas. We offer pediatric, occupational therapy, and physical therapy, and we work one-on-one to help build those skills. Contact us today at kineticedgept.com or at 621-0230, and let's make this school year a success for you and your child.
At Pella Fiber, all residential customers get 1 gig of fast, reliable fiber internet for only $75 a month. And that's not a promotion, that's their everyday low price. Unlike the big corporate providers who change rates after your introductory offer is up, Pella Fiber offers their best price to everyone. Just $75 a month from your local utility that's here to take care of you if any problems arise. Make the switch today and join the thousands of Pella Fiber customers getting a gig for just $75 per month by going to PellaFiber.com.
Welcome back here inside the Central Tire and Auto radio halftime show at Central Tire and Auto. They do tires, front end work, no appointment oil changes, and full mechanical work on your vehicle. Stop and see Sean DeWard and his crew next to Walmart in Pella. Back here on the Central Tire and Auto radio halftime show, we're joined now by our Hormel Foods radio key player of the game for the Pella Christian girls basketball win against Newton 51-48, Addie Van Arendonk, who scored a career-high 18 points. Addie, thanks for joining us, and what a night it was. What were you seeing out there on the floor that allowed you to have a career night?
Well, I just saw the open space, and then some great passes were made, and that's how I scored.
And your teammates did a pretty good job at finding you in the right spots. As we were talking here in the break, I had you 7 of 10 shooting. on the night. What was kind of your mentality as your teammates are trying to find you in those spots?
Kind of if I just get in the paint, then I just go up or get fouled.
And in the first half there, you guys forced 17 turnovers of the Newton offense. What were you guys doing defensively so well that put them in so many positions to turn the basketball over?
Just lots of pressure and, talking.
And this week was kind of a rough week of practice from what I understand. A lot of illness going around. How did that kind of affect your guys' preparation coming into this game and just getting ready for this contest against Newton?
We just kind of played the cards as they came to us. Like, we didn't know who was going to be here today, so.
And you mentioned that 2 girls were out of this contest too, and so kind of having to find some girls to step up and fill some of those roles. I know that you did a pretty good job of that. Iowa Bombers came in, played a couple of big minutes. Maddie Van Zee came in and played some big minutes. What was kind of your guys' mentality knowing that you were going to have girls step into some of those roles that would have been filled by the girls that were absent tonight?
Kind of just like, we're a team. We're going to play as a team. We're going to win as a team. And no matter the outcome, we're going to be a team.
And we're talking to Addie Van Arendonk of the Pella Christian girls basketball team here following a 51-48 win against Newton. And this comes on the heels of a tough loss to Albia. How good did it feel to kind of get rid of the taste of that game before Christmas break?
Oh, it was so good. It was so fun.
And what was kind of the difference between the game against Albia and the game against Newton that allowed you guys to find that success to get back in the win column?
I feel like when we played Albia, we just weren't playing like ourselves. When we played Newton, it was kind of like we led the game. Like, we set the standard and we didn't play to their level.
And now with Christmas break, you get that opportunity to maybe get a little bit healthier. How big is this break, and how is the timing of this break coming for this Eagles girls basketball team?
I think it's good to have a break to refresh our bodies, especially the sick girls, and then, just like spending time with family, and then,
Any big plans for Christmas break?
Not really, just relaxing.
Relaxing, no travels anywhere?
Nope.
Just getting to hang out at home, that's a lot of fun.
Yep.
Out of the break, you got a big rivalry game against Pella. What's kind of the thing that you're looking forward to most about that rivalry? Your first time at the varsity level here, getting a chance at the Dutch.
Well, actually, I'm going to the Bahamas for a winterim trip, so I won't even be here.
Okay, so I know that tomorrow we're actually going to have Greg Beekhuizen and Joni Vanderpool talking about what winterim is, but if you wouldn't mind, if you're going to winterim for the Bahamas, can you tell us a little bit about what you're doing on the trip?
Yeah, so we leave on Tuesday after Christmas break, and we'll spend the nights in just like on the campus, and we'll help the people who were affected by hurricanes, and just help them out.
That sounds like a lot of fun. So when do you come back from that trip then?
The next Tuesday. So I'll miss 3 games. Pella, DCG, and Knoxville, I think.
Oh, so you're missing 3 pretty big ones right there. So, best of luck. Safe travels for winterim. And again, congratulations on a career night, Addie.
Thank you.
Absolutely. That was Addie Van Arendonk of the Pella Christian girls basketball team. Back with more of the Central Tire and Auto Radio halftime show right after this on 92.1 KRLS.
Country shepherds abiding in the field, keeping watch over their flocks by night. And lo, the angel of the Lord came upon them, and the glory of the Lord shone round about them, and they were sore afraid. And the angel said unto them, Fear not, for behold, I bring you good tidings of great joy, which shall be to all people. For unto you is born this day in the city of David a Savior, which is Christ the Lord. Don't let the busyness of the season distract you from the gift that we really celebrate. Merry Christmas from Dr. Tim Yoder and Tri-County Veterinary Clinic.
At Community First Credit Union, there's a lot to see. We build customized financial solutions so you can enjoy the life you want. We make it comfortable to have a conversation about what's important to you, like helping you stay on course to reach your savings goal, and what's important to us all, like helping to support causes that count. Not a member? Apply online at c1stcu.com today. Come on, try us. Join us, because at C First, together is better. Federally insured by the NCUA.
Welcome back here to the Central Tire and Auto Radio Halftime Show here on 92.1 KRLS. And we just spoke to Addie Van Arendonk, our player of the game in the Pella Christian Girls Basketball 51-48 win over the Newton Cardinals. Inside the numbers delivered by Pella Fiber. And for the Eagles, scoring-wise in this one, it was Dane Geetings with 8 points, Tyson DeVries with 6 points, Caden Croyd with 6 points, 4 points for Caleb Van Arendonk, 3 for Isaiah Breams, 1 for Landon Fransman, and 3 for Deacon Branderhorst. For Newton, 4 points, for Caden Klein. No points for Christian Lawson. We got 11 for Caleb Mattis, 2 for Nate Lampy, 6 for Cade Bauer. And that is the Inside the Numbers delivered by Pella Fiber, where every home gets a gig. Join today at PellaFiber.com. Second half adjustments presented by DeYoung Door Service. For Pella Christian, I would say that the second half adjustment is just, taking care of the basketball here. Don't commit fouls. Don't put Newton at the free throw line. And that is our second half adjustments presented by DeYoung Door Service. If it's time for a new garage door for your home or business, stop and see stop and see the Gurus of Garage Doors at their new showroom at 908 Roosevelt Road, just west of where we're located here at Pella Christian High School.
We're the Gurus of Garage Doors, DeYoung Door Service in Pella.
You've been listening to the Central Tire and Auto Radio Halftime Show. For tires, front end work, there are no appointment oil change and full mechanical work on your vehicle. Stop and see Sean DeWard and his crew next to Walmart in Pella. Back here inside the Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth, Tyler Crabb and Mike Bukite here with you as we get ready for the second half of action, where Pella Christian Boys Basketball leads Newton 36-23 coming out of the break. And Mike, ready for a final 16 minutes of basketball tonight?
Absolutely. It'll be interesting to see, does Coach Bohr go as deep on his bench in the second half, or does he try to find some combinations that he likes that are maybe hitting on a little better cylinders, or how he plays this one out?
And with the basketball, it's Tyson DeVries on the left wing. He kicks cross court to Dane Geetings, now to Caleb Van Arendonk. Van Arendonk on the right wing, nearly had the ball poked away, able to get it across court to Dane Geetings. Dane Geetings in the short corner, kicks to Josiah Voss. Voss back to Geetings. Geetings trying to drive baseline. Tough shot, no good, and Josiah Voss picks up the foul.
Yeah, just a lot of over the top, trying to knock that ball out.
Second foul on Voss, first of the...
Well, so now PC's got 3 starters with 2 fouls to Newton's 4 starters with 2 fouls.
And in the corner, Caden Klein gets an open look from 3, no good. Rebounded by Caleb Van Arendonk.
Caden Klein pretty much played that whole first half.
I think he was about the only Cardinal who did.
For a sophomore, he plays very well.
Caleb Van Arendonk with a great pass to Isaiah Breams, who cannot finish. That was a great feed for Van Arendonk. Nate Lampy the other way. He'll lay it in for 2 for Newton. 36-25, Pella Christian lead. 6:50 to go in the third quarter. Isaiah Breams turns the ball over, looking for Dane Geetings. Coach Borden not thrilled on the sidelines with how the second half has started here for his Eagles team. Mattis with the basketball, able to find Christian Lawson, defended by Van Arendonk. He'll turn the corner, passes out, Lampy for 3, no. Mattis grabs the rebound, but he pushes Breams.
I was going to say, Breams is out of position there. I didn't see the push, but clearly was displaced with that.
Third foul on Mattis. Tyson DeVries here as Newton going to press a little bit. Tyson DeVries, cross court to Caleb Van Arendonk. Up ahead to Josiah Voss. Nice dump down to Dane Geetings. Pass for Breams. Just in the nick of time, though, to knock it out of bounds was Caleb Mattis.
Some good recovery defense there by Newton.
Strouver Cellular Instant Radio Update. Norwalk 45, DCG 42 after 3. Inbound to Dane Geetings. He'll make the catch. Shot no good. Rebounded by Josiah Voss. He'll take it back up, though, and lay it in for the first 2 points of the half for Pella Christian. 38-25, Pella Christian leads now. 6 minutes to go in the third quarter. Continue our Strouver Cellular Instant Radio Update. 61-44, PCM leads Sheraton. After 3, Backdoor pass to Caleb Mattis. His shot way off the mark there. Pass to Dane Geetings, bumped by Nate Lampy. He's got 3 now. Second of the half on Newton as a team. Do want to mention too, Josiah Voss hit our shot before half, and we got interrupted by some other things going on at halftime. Tonight's Raise the Roof moment of the game was brought to you by Randall Roofing. When the moment arises and it's time for a new roof, think Randall Roofing. Dane Geetings with the basketball in the short corner for the Eagles. He's going to take it to the basket, forces up the shot, no good. And Tyson DeVries with the body. Fouls Caden Klein on the other end. Third foul on Tyson DeVries. As Deacon Branderhorst comes into the game for Tyson immediately.
A good sub there by Coach Bohr. Don't need to get a 4th foul on Tyson this early in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, basketball in the hands of Caden Klein on the left corner, or on the left wing for Newton. He's looking for Mattis. Dane Geetings there though to take it away. Dane Geetings strong to the basket. That time he lays it in after forcing the turnover. Lays it in on the fast break. 40-25, Pella Christian leads Newton. Exactly 5 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. Pass down low to Mattis. Couple nice pump fakes. Gets him an open layup there. 40-27 now. Pella Christian leads Newton with 4:48 to go in the 3rd quarter. Caleb Van Arendonk to Josiah Voss. Now back to Dane Geetings. Geetings going to drive left side. Shot blocked by Klein. Van Arendonk lines up a 3. Caleb Van Arendonk knocks down the triple. And a Pella Motors timeout by the Newton Cardinals. A full timeout. And Eagles making the most.
That's a dagger. Newton's so close to getting the steal and knock it away right into Arendonk, and Arendonk hits a big 3 to go up 16.
Yeah, 43-27. Pella Christian leads here with 4:29 to go in the 3rd quarter as Newton takes the Pella Motors timeout here. You're listening to Pella Christian basketball powered by Bank Iowa on 92.1 FM KRLS. Knoxville Pella and KRLS HD1 Knoxville Pella. Everyone has a goal, an inspiration, a reason for being, whatever that is for you. Bank Iowa says,
let's make it happen.
Let's make it happen. As Pella Christian again leads 43-27 in quarter number 3, excuse me. Getting ahead of myself just a wee bit here. But Eagles retaking the floor. It'll be Dane Geetings, Caleb Van Arendonk, Deacon Branderhorst, Josiah Voss, and Caden Croyd out of the timeout for Pella Christian. Caden Klein, Nate Lampy, Caleb Mattis, Christian Lawson, and Hunter Teague for Newton. Caden Klein as Caleb Mattis now into the lane with the basketball for Newton. Kicks out to Caden Klein. Klein dribbling around, he's looking. Crosses court to Christian Lawson. Runner, no good. Lawson, 2 more misses before Caden Croyd rips down the board. And Pella Christian running the other way. Caleb Van Arendonk, nobody recognized that Deacon Branderhorst was open in the corner. And they couldn't get him the basketball. Caleb Van Arendonk.
Like to park those guards in the corner just to spread out that defense. Just dare him to leave him open.
Josiah Voss to Dane Geetings, excuse me. Back cross court to Caleb Van Arendonk. Caden Croyd. They just called Caden Croyd for a hold on the offensive end there. His first foul. Team's 3rd.
Official had a good look there on the backside to see something.
Cade Bauer into the game here as Pella Christian going to press. Caleb Mattis trying to beat the pressure for Newton. Kicks to Caden Klein. Cade Bauer fresh into the game for Teague. Off the mark on the shot. Klein out to Lawson. His 3 no good, but Klein with yet another board. He goes to the basket and loses the ball out of bounds as Croyd stood strong. Lawson with now 4 misses in the quarter here. All coming on the last 2 possessions. Dane Geetings to Caleb Van Arendonk, back to Geetings, and now to Van Arendonk. 3:11 to go in the third quarter. Pella Christian leads Newton 43-27. Kayla Van Arendonk with the basketball in the left wing for the Eagles. Hands off to Dane Giedings. Giedings to Voss. Voss wants a three-pointer. No, Caden Croyd's there for the board, though. Dane Giedings thought about the three. Now to Deacon Branderhorst. He wants a three. No. Lawson grabs the board as another foul called on Caden Croyd. Team's fourth.
Not sure what they're seeing with him that they didn't like to call a foul, but that was from this near side of the court. And Croyd was on the back side of the lane.
Landon Franzman checks into the game for Croyd. Mattis at the elbow. He's going to try a jumper. He'll knock that one down. Pella Christian lead now to 14, 43-29. 2.5 to play in the third quarter as Van Arendonk and Giedings playing a little game of catch. Giedings across the timeline for Pella Christian. Up top, Caleb Van Arendonk. He wants a three. No. And they're going to call Voss for a push now in the back on the offensive rebound.
That's 3 consecutive times where they're calling PC for a push in the back.
And this is going to be free throws for Newton. Josiah Voss just got told to wait on the bench for the substitution after the official called the foul on him. Not something you see every day. Lawson's got to shoot 2 free throws. They're trying to tell Voss to get into the free throw line, but he's coming out of the game, so it doesn't make a ton of sense. So he comes out now, as does Deacon Branderhorst, Tyson DeVries, and Benny Scherz return as Lawson knocks down the free throw. Lawson does make the second free throw as well. 43-31.
Newton continues to chip away here.
It's Tyson DeVries and the Eagles looking to push a little bit against this pressure from Newton. They do break the pressure, and Tyson DeVries sets up Pella Christian's offense. They'll kick to Dane Giedings. Giedings off of the screen from Franzman, kicks back to DeVries. Now to Franzman in the post. Good ball movement here by the Eagles as Dane Giedings drives, switches hands, lays it in with the right hand. 4 points for Giedings in the quarter. Pella Christian re-extends the lead to 14, 45-31 over Newton. 1:40 to go in the third quarter. Up top, Mattis was thinking about the three, but lost control of the basketball before he could put up the shot. Lawson kicks to Caden Klein. He wants to try a triple from the left wing, and he'll get the triple from the left wing. 45-34, Pella Christian still leads Newton with 1:20 to go in this third quarter of play. Dane Giedings catches the basketball, gets it across half court for the Eagles. Caleb Van Arendonk, he's looking for Benny Scherz. Nate Lampy comes from the backside and knocks that ball away as Cooper Sprunk checks in for Van Arendonk.
PC just provides so many different looks with their strength and their length inside with Scherz and Franzman now. Franzman got such good length, and Scherz just so strong on the block.
Cooper Sprunk cross-court pass to Dane Giedings, tipped out of bounds. In case you missed it, presented by the veterinarians at Tri-County Veterinary Clinic. Pella Christian led by 13 coming out of the half. Newton done a pretty good job of hanging around. They've cut it to 11 at the moment as Tyson DeVries drives to the basket and gets fouled with a minute to go in the third quarter. 45-34 Pella Christian's lead is, as foul goes on Caden Klein, his second, team's third. And that's, in case you missed it, presented by the veterinarians at Tri-County Veterinary Clinic in Pella.
They're the veterinarians.
Tonight's video presentation on the Pella Christian YouTube channel is presented by KNIA, KRLS Radio. Again, Frank Vandenbosch, Kenyon Giedings, Jacob Harmon, they all do a fantastic job with this Pella Christian YouTube channel live stream. Tyson DeVries had his first free throw, rim in and out. Apparently there was a issue with the jersey of Tyson DeVries there after the first free throw. was no good. Second free throw is good. Pella Christian's lead goes up 46-34 now. Under a minute to go in this third quarter of play. Basketball in the hands of number 13, Landon Bozarth.
So at times the PC plays this havoc defense where they over-pursue the ball. Just bring lots of energy for a minute or a possession or two.
Caleb Mattis throwing the elbows around. No call there as his wild shot, no good. And Pella Christian with the basketball. 2 seconds separate game and shot clock. Tyson DeVries holds the basketball out top. See if they can end the third quarter the same way they ended the second quarter with that buzzer beater.
A little more kiss off the glass by Josiah Voss. He's not in the game.
It's Dane Yeatings with the basketball out top. Looking to give it to Tyson DeVries. 6 on the shot clock. Now 4. 3. DeVries kicks. Dane Yeatings. DeVries tried to pass the ball. He gets called for a travel as he's getting. He said he got held. The official goes, no, you traveled.
Yeah.
And now Christian Lawson pushing for Newton. He'll get a good look from the top of the key, but he cannot hit. As Pella Christian takes a 46-34 lead into the final quarter of play. Eagles with a 12-point lead. We're going to stick right here as we get ready for the fourth quarter. As student section going to start with the Juicy Wiggle. They started that during the volleyball season. A lot of fun. Looks like Keegan Fatma going to lead the charge down there, and can't tell. It looks like Sean Boss.
Sean Boss.
As I say, it looked like Sean Boss going to help lead that as the Eagles looking to put the finishing touches on a sweep here in this contest.
Don't you need to get down there, Tyler? Come on.
It's not volleyball season. We're up here, man. We're up here having some fun tonight as Pella Christian again looks to keep this 46.
Get some video to send to Andrew and show you off.
I say we have fun over here on Eagle Lane. He tried to give me a hard time about that one, and I know he's tuned in watching us tonight on the YouTube channel. He was texting me earlier, and he can give me a hard time if he wants, but we're all about having some fun over here on Eagle Lane.
Can't let Andrew have all the fun, you know.
Exactly. We have a lot of fun over here on Eagle Lane. Striver Cellular Instant Radio updates. PCM boys basketball defeats Sheraton 90-71. Norwalk defeats Dallas Center Grimes 55-52. Good game there as Pella Christian again leads Newton 46-34 here to start the fourth quarter. It's Nate Lampy kicking to Caleb Mattis. Now over to Landon Bozarth. Into the corner, it's Caden Klein, defended by Cooper Sprunk. Looking for Christian Lawson. His shot no good. Cooper Sprunk couldn't control the rebound, though. Lawson 0 for on the night.
I am impressed. This Newton team's, they battle. They've got some really good guard play. And
a turnover there as Dane Geetings takes the pass away, but then on the other end, he leaves the layup just a little bit short as he fell down. And running the other way, Nate Lampy in transition lays it in for 2 for Newton. The other way, Dane Geetings going to get an open look from 3! Dane Geetings knocks down the triple as Pella Christian re-extends their lead 49-36 here with 7:02 to go in the fourth quarter.
PC goes back to their zone defense here.
Caden Klein with the ball out top for the Cardinals. Now Nate Lampy to Caleb Mattis. Mattis working against Franzman. Shot no good, rebounded by Breams.
Nice contested shot there.
Tyson DeVries, Dane Geetings wide open, knocks it down yet again. Dane Geetings, who's always open. Presented by Anytime Fitness, Dane Geetings back-to-back possessions has been always open. He's been open the last couple times. Geetings running the break and lays it in again. Who's always open? Presented by Anytime Fitness. Dane Geetings, 8 straight points for the Eagles as he's fired up. Pella Christian, their lead now 18, 54-36, 6:18 to go in the fourth quarter. Again, Who's Always Open, presented by Anytime Fitness, the 24/7 gym that fits your lifestyle, your fitness, your way, Anytime Fitness. What's coming up? Wired by Centerpoint Electric. Well, it's Christmas break here at Eagle Lane as the Eagles get an extended break January 5th. They're at Pella High School right here on 92.1 KRLS. Mark your calendars, pregame 5:45, tip-off 6:15. Andrew Schneider, Trevor Castle on the call for that one. That's what's coming up, wired by CenterPoint Electric. If you have an electrical project coming up, trust the experts at CenterPoint Electric in Pella, wired for excellence. Our Marion County Bank radio scoreboard here. Norwalk boys basketball defeats Dallas Center Grimes 55-52. PCM defeats Sheraton 90-71.
Never get tired of kids hitting stride and having some good energy. It's fun watching Danes go off there for a little bit.
Yeah,
maybe he's not done yet.
Maybe not. Caden Klein into the hands of Bazarath. Now to the hands of Lampy, now to Mattis in the short corner. His pass tipped by Breams. Caden Croyd able to force the third turnover of the half for Newton as Tyson DeVries gets bumped by Caden Klein, his third foul. And the first of the quarter. Deacon Branderhorst checks into the game for Dane Geetings. Hunter Teague checks back in here for Newton as Christian Lawson comes out of the game. Isaiah Breams makes the catch at the top of the key. Down low to Caleb Van Arendonk. Working against Lampy. Turnaround. His shot was tipped. Caden Croyd is called for an offensive foul here. His third foul, team's first of the quarter. In case you missed it, presented by the Petronarians at Tri-County Veterinary Clinic. A recent 8-0 Dane Geetings self-run for Pella Christian has them up 18 over Newton here in the fourth quarter of play. It's 54-36, Pella Christian on top of Newton with 4:33 to go in the fourth quarter. Caden Klein with a three, cuts into that lead slightly, makes it 54-39 now with 5:25 to go in the fourth quarter. That's in case you missed it, presented by the Petronarians at Tri-County Veterinary Clinic.
They're the Petronarians.
Isaiah Breams looking for Caden Croyd down low and ends up in a turnover where Nate Lampy runs the other way and lays it in for two more.
Yeah, that's a go from running a good offensive play to giving a layup the other way. It's a 4-point swing.
Down low, Isaiah Breams with an open look off the nice feed from Caleb Van Arendonk. 56-41, Pella Christian leads inside 5 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Nice pass there, or the pass tipped as Tyson DeVries. So reenact that. Newton tried to thread the needle. Caden Croyd tipped it. Tyson DeVries with the save off of the Newton player. Pella Christian basketball. As Tyson DeVries with a nice feed to Isaiah Breams, who lays it in once again. And Pella Christian's feeling it.
Another gear there, and Newton wasn't ready for the speed, but Tyson might have rolled an ankle in the process.
Say Pella Christian's feeling good. Tyson DeVries is hobbling a little bit here as Caleb Mattis fires a deep three off the mark. Rebounded by Josiah Voss. And we're going to get an official Pella Motors timeout as Tyson DeVries. I think the adrenaline wore down after that last possession.
Something going on with his ankle. It's not good.
Yeah, he doesn't feel very good at the moment. And I don't think he really wanted to be carried off the court, but the nature of the two guys who helped him off the floor, much bigger than he is. It actually looks like a Pella Christian turnover here. Not a Pella, and then a Pella Motors timeout there, out of the Pella Motors timeout.
I don't know if right at the end of that, if he stepped on somebody's foot or something.
Very possible here. Caleb Mattis out top for Newton. Now he kicks to Cade Bauer. Back to Lampy.
Heel to heel with those top two defenders. There's no way to pierce that.
And Isaiah Breams with the steal. Kicks to Dane Geetings, who lays it in. He's up to 10 in the quarter. And the lead for Pella Christian now 19, 60-41, 3:42 to go. We're going to put the finishing touches on this one.
Dane is on cruise control now.
Caden Klein slips. And it's another 2-on-1, and Isaiah Breams is going to take this one all the way to the basket himself, lay it in for 2 more. Another Pella Motors timeout here as the Eagles go up 62-41, 3:28 to go in the fourth quarter. And we take one final look at our Marion County Bank radio scoreboard. We are the only game still on the airwaves as of right now. We take a look back. Norwalk beat Dallas Center Grimes 55-52. PCM defeated Sheraton 90-71 in boys basketball. These are the boys basketball scores. Again, our score was 46-34 at the end of the third quarter, but Pella Christian has opened it up here in the fourth quarter. Already with 16 points in the quarter. They lead 62-41 with 3:28 to go in the fourth. The Pella Christian girls basketball team, they won earlier tonight, 51-48 over Newton. Dallas Center Grimes defeated the Norwalk girls 55-20. Those are the scores that I've seen. Those are the scores that we had on the air this evening as we're awaiting the end of this contest here. See what the final margin will be for the Pella Christian boys basketball team. That's our Marion County Bank radio scoreboard. And on the other, out of the Pella Motors timeout, Pella Christian again, 62-41 on top of Newton with 3:19 to go in the fourth, and the basketball in the hands of Landon Bizarrath. Now into the hands of Caleb Mattis. He's going to drive. He'll kick to Caden Klein for a corner three, and he'll knock it down. As Newton pulls back within 20, they get 62-44 with 3 minutes to go in the game. Ahead, Dane Giedings to Isaiah Breams to a cutting Josiah Voss. Back out to Caleb Van Arendonk. Van Arendonk going to kick out to Dane Giedings. Back to Van Arendonk on the right wing. Nice pass down low. Josiah Voss, count it, and one. Technical foul called here too. After the foul.
I'm not sure which way he's calling the technical.
The foul went on number 10. I did not. So Josiah Voss is going to go to the line. The foul went on Caden Klein, his fourth. I did not see who the technical actually went against. As Voss knocks down the free throw. Looks like it's a taunting technical because they're going to the other end of the floor.
I think it was on Voss. I think there was a reaction after he...
That makes sense because it does show number 31 with 4 fouls now. So the technical going on Josiah Voss after his celebration. Caden Klein knocks down the first free throw there. And he's going to take a second one here on the technical, and he will miss the second one. So Pella Christian's lead is exactly 20, 65-45, 2:43 to go in the fourth quarter. And Caleb Mattis with the basketball for Newton. He will kick to Nate Lampy, to Caleb Mattis. Cross court, Christian Lawson, he wants a three. He continues to not be able to knock down a shot tonight. As Caleb Van Arendonk kicks to Dane Giedings. Back over to Van Arendonk. Now to Breams. Breams to Dane Giedings. Giedings going to need to get rid of the basketball here soon. Does get it to Van Arendonk. Giedings is going to turn the corner. Runner high off the glass, no good. Foul is going to be called on number 24, Christian Lawson, his third, team's third. Like I don't have the official number of fouls today, but I feel like for a doubleheader in the state of Iowa, we've seen a record number of fouls in both these games.
Well, we got a good home crowd here. We just got to keep everybody out a little later.
Exactly right.
A little more social time with the kids that came back from college. And just a chance to hang out with family and cousins and friends.
Yeah, Benny Schurz just came back into the game for Isaiah Breams. Cooper Sprunk into the game for Caleb Van Aradonk, and Trey Van Manen in for Deacon Branderhorst. Or no, Josiah Voss, excuse me. Free throw no good there from Geetings. Rare miss from Geetings at the line. Christian Lawson on the other end. Cade Bauer with the basketball, kicks to Nate Lampy. Lampy is fouled by Franzman. Pella Christian leads Newton 66-45 with 1:53 to go in the game.
That's good defense. Franzman took it into the chest there. Had good position on him.
And Lampy does knock down the first free throw. So Pella Christian has subbed out all of their main rotation guys with the exception of Schurz and Franzman, who are making up what is left of the roster. Ethan Van Aradonk, Gilbert Flagel, and Trey Van Manen in the game with Schurz and Franzman. As we get more substitutions here for Newton. Cade Bauer coming out of the game. Into the game is Colt On. Lampy, no good on the free throw, rebounded by Benny Schurz. And Van Aradonk has his pass tipped to On. So it's a turnover by the Eagles. And over and back by Newton.
That'll be interesting to see if they try to feed Ethan Van Aradonk. He has not scored for the varsity group yet this year, but
say one of the few. I think he is the only one, correct?
I think you're right.
Let's see if they can get him an opportunity here. Van Aradonk gonna kick to Sprunk, now to Van Manen. Van Manen drives, nice feed to Sprunk. First shot no good, second shot no good, rebounded by the Cardinals. And the other way, it's number 11, Micah Mattis, to Braylon Parks. Now to number 30, which is Christian Ergenbright, and it's another Newton turnover. As ahead, pass goes to Ethan Van Aradonk.
Nice
He's
save.
able to save it, and Gilbert Flagel gonna kick Cooper Sprunk, wide open look for three! Cooper Sprunk knocks down the triple, 69-46, Pella Christian leads Newton. And Micah Mattis with the basketball. He'll kick to number 30, Christian Ergenbright. Pass to Braylon Parks is another turnover for the Cardinals. And ahead, pass goes to Ethan Van Aradonk, who tried to flip the shot in for his first 2 points.
Oh, he had it out in front, just didn't get the pass out to where he could handle it.
Shot no good there from Christian Ergenbright. Driving baseline, and shot no good by number 23, Creighton Andrew. Didn't see who knocked down that shot for Newton.
I think it was number 5.
Number 5 would be Braylon Parks. And Gilbert Flagel dribbles it out. Pella Christian sweeps the Newton Cardinals here to go into Christmas break with a pair of wins. The Pella Christian girls defeat Newton 51-48. The Pella Christian boys win 69-48. And we go into Christmas break with a pair of wins. Back with the Captain Design of Pella Radio postgame show here on 92.1 KRLS right after this.
Transform your space with the vibrant colors of Pittsburgh paints. Now available at Gilchrist Jewett Lumber Hardware and Design Center in Pella. Elevate your home with premium quality paints that bring life to your walls. Whether you're refreshing a room or embarking on a full makeover, Pittsburgh Paints offers a wide range of hues to suit your style. Visit Gilchrist Jewett today and let their expert team assist you in selecting the perfect shade for your project. Unleash the power of color with Pittsburgh Paints at Gilchrist Jewett Lumber Hardware and Design Center in Pella.
Hi, this is Tim Tegertenheis, owner of Culver's Restaurant here in Pella. If you got someone on your holiday shopping list that loves Culver's, I've got a great deal for you. Stop in and pick up a $40 Culver's gift card, and I'll give you a Culver's Value basket for free. As the name implies, the gift card makes a great gift, and you can keep the value basket for yourself or give that away too. It's up to you. Buy a $40 gift card and get a free value basket this holiday season at Culver's in Pella, where we're locally owned and involved in your community.
Back here on the Cabinet Design of Pella radio post-game show at Cabinet Design of Pella. They expand and enhance your ideas beyond your expectations. Call Mike Blom, the cabinet guy at Cabinet Design of Pella. With our continuing coverage of Iowa High School athletics, we're joined now by head coach of the Pella Christian girls basketball team, Brendan Foudy, following his team's 51-48 hard-fought win against the Newton Cardinals tonight. Coach Foudy, I know that the last time we spoke, it came on the heels of a heartbreaking loss to Albion, where you felt like that was a very winnable game. How good did it feel to get the taste of that one out of your mouth and walk away with a win tonight?
You know what? It's been a long journey, it seems like, since that night. Yeah, that was a tough one. You know, we didn't find a way to win a game that we really felt like we had in control and should have found a way to win. But it's been a long time since that, a week since that game, and we've had a tough week. We went through a lot of sickness this week, a lot of illness, and our first two guards that typically come off the bench for us were out tonight with sickness, and our two top guards that handle the ball for us were going through a lot to just try to make it through the game with the sickness they were playing with. So really just proud of our kids for finding a way to grit through a really tough week, play an ugly basketball game where, to be honest with you, we had a late lead and we kind of lost our composure a little bit in the fourth quarter, but found a way to win. And that's what this team has to do, is find ways to win. And the next step for us is to learn how to handle a lead, right? A late lead, and be able to extend it and understand how to control the basketball, value it, still be aggressive, but play really good defense and make sure that we're getting good shots on our end.
Well, you touched on something I wanted to talk on there too, is, the girls were dealing with some illness and things like that throughout the week, and it kind of made things, you can kind of tell in the fourth quarter where girls were really fighting hard to give it everything they had, but they just didn't necessarily have anything. What were some of those challenges for you as a coach tonight, just trying to make sure that the girls stayed, fresh and didn't wear down there in the fourth quarter?
We talk a lot, and especially this week, about, the truth is we have a long ways to go in our basketball skill, in our basketball IQ, and there's no quick fix to that, right? You got to get in the gym in the off season and put up shots and play when you have opportunities to get on the court and play, even if it's 3-on-3 in the off season, whatever it is. And so we have to control, we can control on a day in and day out basis. We talked about making sure our effort, our attitude, our intensity, and our focus is always at a top-notch level. And when we do that, we can afford to miss some shots and have some turnovers because we can play extremely hard on the defensive end. We have a saying in our team, we determine if we win the game based on our defense, and our offense determines how much we win the game by. So we're trying to live by that mindset, and eventually the offensive stuff will come around. The value in the basketball will come around as we continue to develop this program.
And we're going to continue our conversation with Brendan Foudy, head coach of the Pella Christian girls basketball team, following a 51-48 win against Newton. One thing I got to talk about is the defensive pressure you guys put on in the first half. I had Newton down for 17 first half turnovers there. What can you say about the defensive effort you got from your girls with a full court press and girls that were, again, battling some illnesses?
Yeah. Honestly, our full court pressure is, we got to have an understanding of when the situation presents itself to be aggressive and how to do that, when to do that, and honestly, when to be smart and just recognize the situation. So we did a better job of that tonight. We took advantage of some weaker ball handlers when we had an opportunity to. Rachel was really starting to understand how aggressive we want her to be and in what situations. Still need to clean that up a little bit, but yeah, it was good for us to see us create some energy with the turnovers. Then the trick is, how can we make sure on the offensive end we're settled down, we're calmed down, we're in control, and we make sure we get a shot up on the rim every time we got the ball.
And one girl who did a phenomenal job tonight, I don't have the official shooting numbers in front of me. I think I have unofficially, 7 of 10, 18 points, career high night for her. Addie Van Arendon, coming off the bench, provided a huge spark for this Eagles girls basketball team tonight in the 51-48 win against Newton. What can you say about what she gave you guys off the bench?
Yeah, she's been really good for us, and the energy she brings is really good. she was really solid. We really made a concerted effort late in this game, especially to get her to the free throw line and just to get to the free throw line in general. So we were trying to get her the ball down low, and she was doing a good job making sure that she was getting a shot up on the rim and getting to the free throw line quite a bit. Obviously, we'd like to make a few more, but Addie's a kid that is pretty crafty. Just naturally, she's just got some crafty basketball moves that honestly, her potential is so high, and I'm really excited to see over the next 3 years with her, with the amount of work she's willing to put in the gym, how good of a basketball player she can become. She's nowhere close to what her potential is, and it's fun to see her have a night like this. She rebounds really well for us at times, and she's really active defensively, and we need to continue to see her continue to grow in her ability to find ways to get to the free throw line and be crafty at the rim, because she is a little bit of an undersized post, but she, like I said, she's just got some natural ability, and it's fun to see her have a good night like this.
And we're talking to Pella Christian girls basketball coach Brendan Foudy following a 51-48 win for the Pella Christian girls basketball team against Newton. And now you guys get a little bit of a break. You get a chance to get healthy again, get the girls ready to go. You get a little time to get their bodies refreshed and ready to go for the second half of the season, which starts with a pretty tough schedule. But how important is this break time to just kind of get the Eagles back mentally refreshed and physically refreshed going into a tough stretch of games out of the break?
Yeah, well, I tell you what, I'm extremely thankful to be going into break with a win. I'll tell you that much. I'm going to be able to sleep a lot better tonight with that. I told our kids, this is a great opportunity for you to relax and recover, enjoy time with your family, and remember what Christmas is about, that we have an opportunity to play this game and glorify God through it because of Jesus, our Savior, coming to live on this earth. And so just remembering that truth of Christmas, and honestly, nothing else really matters during Christmas. Be with your family and reflect on your faith and understand what that means for you. And then, hey, we're going to come back ready to go. Pella's going to be a great test. We know that. We're going to be ready to compete, and really, it's going to be a great opportunity for a lot of our kids. We're going to be down a couple kids the next few games, and I'm really excited to see how our team responds. More adversity, I love it. Let's find a way to attack it and get better every day.
Oh, and you go back to the gym where you just came from a year ago. Obviously, a little bit of a different setting when you were over there at Pella last time, but what's the thing that you're looking forward to from your team coming out of the break that you want to see them do over there at Pella High School, to walk away with a good night of basketball against the Dutch?
Yeah, I definitely have a different perspective than a lot of our kids and families here at Pella Christian, and I'll just say I really, really respect all the people at Pella, and especially the basketball coaches I got to interact with, both on the boys and girls side, and a ton of respect for Coach Blaine Forsyth. To me, coaching, it's all about the relationships, and I have a ton of great, fond memories of relationships over there at Pella. That being said, we're super excited. I'm going to be super excited to go over there and compete, and really, we just need to show up with a mindset that we are here to compete and let the chips fall where they may. We control our attitude, effort, mental toughness, and intensity, focus, things like that. We'll let the results be what they are.
And one final question here for Brendan Foudy, head coach of the Pella Christian girls basketball team, following a 51-48 win against the Newton Cardinals. Any big plans for the Christmas break for yourself and the time away from the basketball court?
Yeah, we did some traveling over Thanksgiving break, so fortunately, I'm excited. We're going to be staying around the Pella area, get some more time just to hang out with my kids, hang out with my wife, and again, reflect on Christmas and what it means, and just enjoy some family time. So looking forward to it.
That sounds like a great holiday plan. Coach Foudy, again, congrats on the win and going into the break with the taste of a win in your mouth versus the loss I know that you wanted to get rid of against Albia, and looking forward to seeing you guys out of the break.
Yep, sounds good. Thanks, Tyler.
That was head coach of the Pella Christian girls basketball team, Brendan Foudy, here on the Captain's Night of Pella Radio postgame show. We'll take a break, and I believe we'll be joined by J.D. Moore after the break on 92.1 KRLS.
For the recent upgrade to our Cartrol gas station at Two Rivers Cooperative in Pella, we now have a diesel blender pump with 5 different options available. Now through March, you can select straight number 1 diesel or choose from 4 different blends of number 1 and number 2 to get the right mix to keep your diesel vehicle from gelling during our cold Iowa winter. Look for our diesel blender pump at the Cartrol gas station at Two Rivers Cooperative in Pella.
The home and field advantage, Two Rivers Co-op.
Does your child struggle with focusing, outbursts, or making friends? What about anxiety, trying new foods, or delayed coordination and motor skills? At Kinetic Edge, we know your child can be successful in all these areas. We offer pediatric, occupational therapy, and physical therapy, and we work one-on-one to help build those skills. Contact us today at kineticedgept.com or at 621-0230, and let's make this school year a success for you and your child.
At Pella Fiber, all residential customers get 1 gig of fast, reliable fiber internet for only $75 a month. And that's not a promotion, that's their everyday low price. Unlike the big corporate providers who change rates after your introductory offer is up, Pella Fiber offers their best price to everyone. Just $75 a month from your local utility that's here to take care of you if any problems arise. Make the switch today and join the thousands of Pella Fiber customers getting a gig for just $75 per month by going to PellaFiber.com.
Welcome back on the Cabin Design of Pella Radio postgame show on 92.1 KRLS. With our continuing coverage of Iowa High School athletics, we're talking to head coach of the Pella Christian boys basketball team, J.D. Moore, following a 69-48 win against the Newton Cardinals. J.D., Newton came out, pretty hot there in the first quarter and gave you guys a pretty strong test. You guys able to pull away for the win down the stretch. What was the thing that impressed you the most about your team here in this contest against a scrappy Newton squad?
Yeah, I think, in that third quarter was kind of when we were able to hang on to the lead. We actually weren't scoring very much. We had, what were we up going into halftime? 13 at half. And in that third quarter, there was just a bit of a lull. But I was really proud of our defense. I thought our defense keyed us for a while there, just kept us in control of the game, allowed our offense to find our rhythm a little bit. So looking back, I thought that was the difference in the game, is just the way that we defended, our discipline, most of the time being in zone. Our rebounding was really good. So just a really fun game for us, and proud of the guys for playing well here heading into break.
Well, the zone was a little bit different. We didn't see as much of it against Wilton. We did see some of it, but just not quite as much of it. But tonight you guys kind of used that blitzing 2-3 matchup zone is kind of what I refer to it as, where you were really hounding their offensive players and forcing them to make very quick decisions. What was it in your film study and things leading up to this game that gave you the confidence to throw a defense like that at them?
Yeah, it's just more about us just finding ways to speed the game up a little bit. Obviously we're best when we can get up and down the floor. And sometimes when you're playing zone, it allows a team to kind of take the air out of the ball and slow the game down. So we're just working on different ways to speed teams up. And I thought that was, we got long athletic guys that just did a great job. And shout out to, we have great assistant coaches on staff too that just keep coming up with different ways, different things that we can improve on defensively. So those guys, we got Dan and Marv and Zach who continue to do a great job of pushing these guys and getting us in different spots, and I thought we showed some improvement there in that spot.
And we're talking to head coach of the Pella Christian boys basketball team, J.D. Moore, following a 69-48 win against the Newton Cardinals. And I got to say, this team, we talked a couple weeks ago after an 0-2 stretch there against Norwalk and Des Moines Christian, and there was no panic, but it was kind of like, this really stinks to be on the end of 2 losses. Now you're on the end of 2 wins here, and it feels like the pieces are starting to click for this team, and we're starting to figure out who's going to fit what roles. Do you kind of get that sense from your team?
Yeah, I think a little bit. It's still December. There's still a lot in front of us. We have really good depth, and that's one thing that I thought stood out tonight as well, is just we're rotating a lot of different guys in, and I felt like, the level of play was never dropping off. So we got good players throughout our program, so I think there's still going to be some ways that we're just finding our way. I wouldn't say that we're figuring it out by any means. We got a long ways to go on both ends of the floor, but I thought the last couple weeks has been a good step in the right direction of getting to playing the way that we want to play.
Well, and you talk about that depth. You just look through the scorebook tonight, and again, another night where a lot of different guys are contributing, and not even just with the scoring of the basketball, but you think of rebounding. I know that there's a lot of different guys stepping up doing that.
Yeah.
Ball movement started to get better. What's kind of the thing that you feel like, from where you started the season to where you are right now going into Christmas break, is the thing that has improved the most over the last couple of weeks and months?
That's a great question. I'd say rebounding to some degree. I thought we were starting to rebound the ball really well. Some of that's a little matchup based depending on how hard teams go to the glass, so it's hard to say too much about that. But I just also like the way the ball is moving. I feel like we're putting ourselves in better spots. Our spacing is much better than it was early on in the year, and we had to change some things up there a little bit. I think we've seen some progress there. So, I would say those two things, our rebounding and then just kind of our spacing, finding a rhythm on offense.
You kind of touched on the passing there as we're talking to Pella Christian boys basketball coach J.D. Moore following a 69-48 win against the Newton Cardinals here. You touched on the passing. I know that when we talked to Dane after the Wilton game on Saturday, he mentioned just how crisp passes were, and he was really excited to look at the assist numbers from that. And as we're sitting here going into Christmas break, what's been the thing in practice that you guys have been working on the most to make that a focal point and kind of get back to the motto of give over get? Because I know when Dane said it, he was like, Des Moines Christian, we were playing more to get than to give.
Yeah, I think it's just continuing to keep that in front of the guys. You know, that it's not about one guy. It's not about trying to make a play on your own. Part of our problem was we were just putting guys in bad spots, so we kind of readjusted the way that we were doing things offensively, and the guys have adapted to that pretty well. So, it's just trusting each other, give over get. You got to be able to trust in order to put yourselves in those positions, in order to say, hey, I'm going to give up the ball knowing that if my teammate's going to make the right play, that I can push the floor. We had Tyson got it going a little bit there in the second quarter where he's getting to the rim, getting layups in transition. Well, he's only getting there because there's guys running the floor really hard in front of him, right? And the defense spreads out, and Tyson's able to knife there in the middle of the defense and get a couple layups. So just recognizing how these little things stack together, right? Of being in the proper space, running the floor well, moving the ball to the proper spots. Again, long ways to go here, but proud of the steps that we've been taking.
There's been a lot of good steps, and again, we're talking to Pella Christian boys basketball coach J.D. Moore following a 69-48 win against Newton. I got to ask, too, we now go into Christmas break. How good does it feel to go in with how much better is it to go in with that win than to go in with a loss?
Yeah, it definitely helps. It helps, you feel a little bit better about your team heading into break. We got some guys playing good ball right now. You look across the board, you mentioned just the depth. We only had one guy in double figures, Dane Geedings, and, man, he was terrific tonight. So we're getting healthier. Tyson had a little sprained ankle here, but he'll be okay. And I'm happy about that too. Just being as healthy probably as we've been. So it feels good and excited to take a little break. It's time to take a deep breath, but also excited to get back after it when we get that chance.
And with that, I ask Coach Foudy this a minute ago, but holiday break, any big plans with you and the family?
Yeah, I will be spend most of my time up here in Des Moines with the in-laws. Eventually I'll make my way up to Northwest Iowa to see my family over New Year's. So it's a fun time. I got 3 little ones at home, a 4-year-old, a 2-year-old, and a 9-month-old. And they are fired up about Christmas. I'm fired up to be home a little bit and spend some time with them in the next week or two. So a lot of good times, a lot of exciting times ahead.
And I'm sure you're getting a lot of sleep with the excitement level for Christmas, aren't you?
Yeah, it's a crazy time of life, man, but we love it.
That's awesome, JD. Always appreciate the time. Always getting the chance to talk with you. And enjoy the holidays. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year's to you and the Bohr household.
Yeah, Merry Christmas. Appreciate you, man.
Absolutely. That was J.D. Bohr, the Pella Christian boys basketball team, following a 69-48 win against the Newton Cardinals. We wrap up the Cav Design of Pella Radio postgame show right after this on 92.1 KRLS.
Same country, shepherds abiding in the field, keeping watch over their flocks by night. And lo, the angel of the Lord came upon them, and the glory of the Lord shone round about them, and they were sore afraid. And the angel said unto them, Fear not, for behold, I bring you good tidings of great joy, which shall be to all people. For unto you is born this day in the city of David a Savior, which is Christ the Lord. Don't let the busyness of the season distract you from the gift that we really celebrate. Merry Christmas from Dr. Tim Yoder and Tri-County Veterinary Clinic.
At Community First Credit Union, there's a lot to see. We build customized financial solutions so you can enjoy the life you want. We make it comfortable to have a conversation about what's important to you, like helping you stay on course to reach your savings goal, and what's important to us all, like helping to support causes that count. Not a member? Apply online at c1stcu.com today. Come on, try us. Join us, because at C First, together is better. Federally insured by the NCUA.
Welcome back one final time to the Cabinet Design of Pella Radio postgame show here on 92.1 KRLS. Pella Christian sweeps a doubleheader against Newton. Girls win 51-48. Boys win 69-48. The Eagle boys here, as we quickly look at the scoring leaders. Tyson DeVries finishes with 7 points. Dane Geetings finishes with 22. Josiah Voss finishes with 5. Caden Croyd finishes with 6. Caleb Van Arendonk finishes with 7. Isaiah Breams, he finishes with 9. And Deacon Branderhorst finishes with 3. Landon Fransman with 1. Cooper Sprunk with 3. Those are tonight's final stats presented by the Verduft Agency. Let Chad, Lance, or Larry examine and customize an insurance plan for you. Sorry, 1 second. We're looking for my paper that I have since lost here. But let Chad, Lance, or Larry examine and customize an insurance plan for you, whatever that is. I'm sorry, but we have lost our sheet here. Not sure where it went. Good. Sorry, 1 second here. We're going to pull up our deal here so I can remember. Sorry about this, folks. Mike Bouquet joining us on the broadcast. He's taking off for the night. We appreciate all of his work. Wish him a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Again, I promise you that I will find this information here shortly. And apologies for the technical for the difficulties here, as I have misplaced my piece of paper. And we continue on. What's coming up presented by, or wired by Centerpoint Electric. The Pella Christian basketball team is now off until playing Pella next week, or in 2 weeks, excuse me, on the 5th of January. And there we go. Now we're getting there. Sorry about this, folks. We are trying to wrap up, but misplacing things late in the broadcast, not helpful here. There we go. Tonight's final stats presented by the Verduft Agency. Let Chad, Lance, or Larry examine your stats and customize an insurance plan for you. The Verduft Agency, providing complete courteous service to the Pella area for nearly 100 years. Hormel Foods Radio Key Play and Player of the Game. Key Play, I think Josiah Voss's three-pointer at the buzzer at halftime took the wind out of the sails for Newton. That's our player of the game, our player of the game. Dane Geetings, 22 points for the Eagles tonight. That's our Hormel Foods Radio Key Play and Player of the Game. Looking for a key to your new career, visit HormelJobsKnoxville.com. Now, in closing, presented by Lighton State Bank. Pella Christian going into the break with a doubleheader sweep. Fun way to go into the holidays, and much more fun to go in with a pair of wins than just one win or no wins. So, very fun night here. That's in closing, presented by Lighton State Bank. Grow strong with us. You've been listening to the Cabinet Design of Pella radio postgame show at Cabinet Design of Pella. They expand and enhance your ideas beyond your expectations. Call Mike Baum, the cabinet guy, at Cabinet Design of Pella. For Mike Bouquet, I'm Tyler Crabb here, coming to you from Eagle Lane, where the Pella Christian basketball team sweep Newton on this Thursday night. Thank you for tuning in. So long, everybody, and enjoy your holiday.